Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here to talk to you about 10 series I am hoping to complete by the end of the year. So last year I was hoping to complete a bunch of series and that didn't end up happening. So what I've decided to do is kind of take that trope of books I want to finish by the end of the year and turn it into series I want to finish by the end of the year. So I've got 10 series here that I am hoping to finish by the end of the year. Some of these I've only read one book, some of them I just have the last book to read, and some of them I have a lot to read. So we will see how this ends up going, but I wanted to make myself accountable and put this out there to you guys so that you guys can help me finish out some series this year. So the first book I want to talk about is one where I actually read the first book just recently, and that is The Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. I know she has a new book, In This Same World, out this year, and I would love to read that as well, but my focus is going to be finishing out The Remnant Chronicles. I've read Kiss of Deception. I really enjoyed it, and I really liked where the story was going, so I would really like to continue on and finish out the series, because from here, what I understand is it gets much more political and war-based, and that's a kind of fantasy that I really like. The romance part was mostly handled in this first half, in this first book, and I know it still trickles through the rest of it, but I'm looking forward to what's to come in this series. Next up is going to be the Fallen Kingdom series. I have Crystal Storm and Immortal Reign left to go, so I only have 2 books left in this series. I do still need to pick up Immortal Reign, but I would like to finish out this series this year. It's a series that I'm almost done with on my shelf, so it doesn't make sense to continue putting it off. The next book is book 2 in a duology, and I do have plans to read this in the immediate future, and that is Sibyl's Secret by Juliet Marillier. I really like Juliet Marillier's writing. April and I buddy read Wildwood Dancing quite a while back, and so we wanted to finish out the duology by finally reading Sibyl's Secret. And I don't remember if they're companions in a duology or if they're direct sequels. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's a sequel because I remember Sybil as a character in Wildwood Dancing, so I'm pretty sure it's a sequel. But anyhow, I am really excited to finally be finishing this series up with April. The reason why we haven't yet was on my side of things. I hadn't picked it up. Now I finally picked it up and we're finally going to be reading it, and I'm excited to let you guys know my thoughts. The next book on this list is a BookTube darling, and that is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is book 4 in the Raven Boys cycle, or the Raven cycle. Yes, the Raven cycle. And the reason why I hadn't read The Raven King yet was it wasn't out in paperback. It's finally out in paperback. I finally picked up my copy, and now I can finish out the series and let you guys know my thoughts on the entire series because I'll have completed it. Next up is another duology, and that is Bright Burns the Night. This is the second book. I don't remember what they called the series. Does it tell me here? I don't remember, but the first book is called Dark Breaks the Dawn, and this is essentially a Swan Lake inspired story. I'm not going to say it's a retelling, but it's definitely inspired by it, and their swans play a very prevalent part. So I am really excited to be continuing on and reading book 2. I really love Sarah B. Larson's writing. I especially loved her Defy series, and I really loved the first book in this series, so I'm excited to finally continue on and finish this one up. I'm excited about all of these. Do you see a trend here? Next up is another BookTube darling, and that is the Grisha trilogy. I have Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising to go, and I enjoy the world enough, and I enjoyed the first book enough that I do want to continue on and finish this up. They are a little on, you know, I guess they're not too chunky, so these should fly pretty quickly then. The pages are just extra thick, so it feels chunky, but it's not actually chunky. But yes, I am looking forward to finishing out this trilogy and being able to talk with you all about it. I've still avoided all spoilers, so I'm feeling pretty good about things. The next up on this series is the Parasol Protectorate series. I really loved the first 3 books. I accidentally picked up book 5 instead of book 4, and so I need to pick up book 4 and then read 4 and 5. I do love this series very much. This is a paranormal steampunk series, and I've really just enjoyed the reading experience. They're very witty, very satirical, and they kind of poke fun at the whole genre. And I really have been enjoying books like that again recently, so I'm really excited to be continuing on with this one. Next up is the Age of Dragons series. Now, I don't know if I'll actually complete the series this year, but I at least want to get to the next 2 books. These come in dual bind-ups, and so I do want to at least complete this big bad boy right here by the end of the year. So this contains the next 2 books I forget what they're actually called. The Indigo King and the Shadow Dragons. So these, again, are kind of that witty, satirical, poke fun at the fantasy genre kind of style book. And I really just have been I really enjoyed the first bind-up of these, so I really want to keep going with the series before I lose all momentum to continue. And last but not least are two series in the same world. If you've been paying attention to my videos recently, you probably know what these are. So I want to finish out the Mortal Instruments series, and I would also like to start and finish the Infernal Devices series. So I've got all of the Infernal Devices books to go, and I have the last 3 books in the Mortal Instruments series to go. So I would like to finish out this first set of books by the end of the year, or I want to know that I'm going to DNF them and never touch them again. Right now, I haven't given a book above 3 stars, so we will see how these next 2 books go. What I understand about Cassandra Clare's writing is that from here it gets better, and most people enjoy her later parts of the series and the Infernal Devices series much better. So I'm hoping that that proves true for me as well. Okay friends, those are the 10 series that I am hoping to complete by the end of the year. Let me know in the comments down below what series you would like to complete by the end of the year. If you're new here, hi, I'm Shay, welcome. Please subscribe and hang out with me in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for new videos soon, and I'll see you next time.